Hello and welcome. You're watching 5 at 5. There you go, Debashish Sen. As always, the ground reporting starting from today. As far as Kolkata is concerned, because Kolkata is hosting, the first game as far as this IPL is concerned. They have played their first game in Wankhede Stadium. Shamikda was there on that very day. Not a very good day as far as a KKR fan is concerned on that very day because it was quite a convincing win for Mumbai Indians. They looked pretty solid. But on the other hand, it was not the batting, it was the bowling which remains a concern for Kolkata Knight Riders and also for Sunrisers Hyderabad because both of them, coincidentally, they both scored 200. They both batted really well, but both of them, ending on the losing side. SRH while playing against RCB and then Mumbai Indians, on the victory side as far as KKR is concerned. So, lot to talk about. Debashish Sen is right outside the Eden Gardens. You can see the flags, you can see the fans. We'll show you visuals also. It's already something in the air of Eden Gardens. I can see a little bit of, maybe some grey clouds. Debashish Da, if you can give us a
Yeah,
sense of
absolutely.
what's the weather like. There's a lot of air also around you. The flags are, right behind you. So what's it been like as far as this time the weather is concerned? I can see some grey clouds there.
Yeah, Rohit. Yes, you can see some breakout, but the forecast is it's not going to rain. That's the
Okay.
forecast from Kolkata. Yes, and it's almost 5 p.m. now, so sun has settled down. It was very hot in the afternoon, but obviously, but so not many fans around because it is so hot that people will only start coming around 5:36 p.m. So as of
Okay.
now, not many crowds that have turned up, but we expect a sold out. Yes, as is always the case, first match of the season for Knight Riders, and we expect a full house here at Eden Gardens.
Devashishda, another quick question to you before I go to, Shamikda. What's the status, as far as Ajinkya Rahane is concerned? We remember that footage in Wankhede Stadium. That was not very concerning, but at that point of time, what was it been like to see this, India versus, sorry, I'm talking about India, rather Kolkata versus SRH practice session. I think there is some network connection there. Shamikda, uh, do you think that the Cameron Green factor or the Varun Chakravarthy factor and the Sunil Narine, I'm not talking much about Sunil Narine at this point of time because we have only one match sample size. But you were there in the World Cup also. You saw Varun Chakravarthy from that South Africa game in Ahmedabad. And from there onwards to Chennai, to Kolkata, to Mumbai, to Ahmedabad again into the finals. We won the final. That's a completely different story. But on the other hand, it was not good outings for Varun Chakravarthy. And similar thing have happened on the very first game versus Mumbai Indians. How do you see this, Shamikda? Is there a problem? Can you pinpoint a pattern there which is going on at this point of time?
Uh, as regards Varun Rohit, he has lost his length. That is the biggest problem. And it can happen to any bowlers. And in the middle of a series or middle of a tournament, and you have to take into account of the fact that this IPL has come on the heels of the World Cup. So what happens when you develop certain technical issues, certain bowling issues, you go back to the nets, and the off season is the best period to address that. Varun didn't have the time to do it. That is one thing. And that the semi-final against, if you look at the World Cup, the first phase during the group league phase, Varun bowled at an economy rate of under 8 runs per over. From the Super 8 stage, it jumped to above 12. First, David Miller took him on in
Yes.
Ahmedabad, but
Yes.
the damaging thing was Jacob Beckel. Jacob Beckel, the way he treated Varun, he just toyed with his bowling, and
Hmm.
it was enough for any bowler to lose his confidence. I think Varun at this moment in time is going through confidence crisis, and
Okay.
until and unless he is getting a few wickets, the best
Hmm.
way to regain confidence is taking wickets. The problem is that if you look at the pattern of the matches that Varun has played, the last 3-4 matches, those matches were played on belters. So
Hmm.
on maybe a pitch that will assist a bit of turn and Varun getting a few wickets, that will help him regain confidence. Otherwise, it's trouble for Varun. Not so much trouble for Varun because he will go to the drawing board after the IPL, but it is trouble for already their pace attack is seriously depleted. And if Varun fails to regain his mojo, it is serious trouble for Calcutta Knight Riders, Kolkata Knight Riders.
We'll get back to the the pace battery thing, but Debashishda, as I was asking to you that what you what you observed as far as this net sessions or the practice timings of Kolkata Knight Riders is concerned, was there anything going on? Ajinkya Rahane, is he completely fit? The first thing, and the second thing, obviously, about how much you're seeing a Cameron Green bowling, because me and Shubhanda were discussing last night in the Hindi show. He said that he bowled 3 balls, I think, what he told
Yes,
me.
yes.
So give us a detail onto that. That was there any discussions around it also? Is he looking completely fit or not? And what's the discussion with the Varun Chakravarthy part also? Is he chatting a lot with the Abhishek Nayars or the Dwayne Bravos or the Shane Watsons? What is it like? Because in World Cup you were also there. We were seeing him having a lot of discussions with Morne Morkel or someone like a Ryan Tendeskate, Gautam Gambhir. Everyone was there. Was it the same case in Kolkata Knight Riders also?
Yeah, Rohit, let me first come to Cameron Green part. Yes, he did bowl for a couple of balls. In fact, me and Sugan were both there here at the Eden Gardens covering the practice session. He bowled just couple of balls and then he stopped bowling because obviously Cricket Australia, as far as their communication, the media release, he still needs another 10 to 12 days because he's under bowling workload. So, and yesterday he did not bowl at all in the practice session. So that automatically rules him out of playing as playing as an all-rounder. So he will be available only as a batter, and he is definitely playing for tonight's game. So that's the first part. Second part, Rohit. Obviously, Varun Chakravarthy, a lot depends on Varun Chakravarthy as far as KKR's success is concerned. Yes, he is not having a great time of late since that T20 World Cup Super 8 stage match against South Africa. But the major difference, Rohit, I would say that in the Indian team, he had Ryan Daskate or a Morley Morkel to assist him. Yes, KKR had a Bharat Arun previous season, but this time round they have a Dwayne Bravo, but Dwayne Bravo is seen most of the time working on Kartik Tyagi or Umran Malik and mostly the fast bowlers. So it's literally you couldn't see actually yesterday when Rachin Ravindra, Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarthy all three were bowling, and they were only Team Saudi there. And Team Saudi is a fast bowling coach. So clearly you can make the difference. Means obviously knowing the psychology of the spinner means and all that Varun Chakravarthy needs now, as Kamikta rightly said, is he needs the confidence. He needs the confidence, and it will only happen once he gets wicket. And if you see, if you look in the past, he has looked dangerous once he gets wicket in his very first over. If he gets a breakthrough early on, then automatically that translates his confidence, translates into confidence. So I think that is a worrying concern. But then once again, he has a very good mentor or teammate in Sunil Narine. If he falls short in confidence, the one thing that he could do is to go to Sunil Narine, discuss with him, because Sunil Narine in this format is a legend in itself. So I think, and in this particular venue, Sunil Narine has taken the most number of wickets across among any bowlers in the world. So Sunil Narine has the highest wicket taker here at the Eden Gardens. Varun Chakravarthy, yes, he has also picked 34 wickets of 24 matches, but definitely if Varun Chakravarthy needs to get some assistance, I think Sunil Narine is the best man to guide him. And see, KKR's success lies on his two spinners, the success of these two spinners, because their fast bowling department is pretty inexperienced. But unfortunately, so many injuries to frontline bowlers. Mustafizur Rahman has to be released. Placid Muzarabani, yes, it's unfair. The first match that was played at the Wankhede Stadium was heavily in favor of the batter. So let's see. But the conditions here will be similar, Rohit, because it's the same wicket where that semi-final match was played between New Zealand and Sri Lanka, where
South Africa.
Finn Allen scored at
South
33
Africa.
ball 100. So let's see. But it will be a batting friendly wicket once again.
Yeah,
Rohit,
New Zealand versus South Africa game in the semi-final. Yes, yes, Shamikta.
Rohit, one more thing is that, I mean, as regards Varun Chakravarthy, I mean, the situation has changed for him. I mean, it is something new and it is a very, very challenging phase for him because earlier, what used to happen?
Yeah.
Batsmen used to play him out. They would only target the bad deliveries which were at a premium, and rather there was a fear factor, and they would look to play him out and target other bowlers. Now, what's been happening? The rival batsmen are targeting him. This is something new for Varun. So, from that point of view, this is a challenging phase. I trust in his skill set. I trust in his quality. He will get over this problem, but maybe he needs to go back to the drawing board. And you cannot do that in the middle of a tournament or a middle of a series. This is one thing. And
These are the colors. These are the colors of Indian Academy. There are a lot of SRH fans, plus there are a lot of KKR fans also. Let's keep
and
on running
one
the
more
visual, Neil. And can we mute Debashish Das? Audio we can mute and we can show the visuals.
And one more thing, Rohit, that is this whole Cameron Green thing. It is like making a mountain out of a molehill. Because I know about people are talking about his price tag, which is 26 crore, sort of
Yeah.
26 crore.
25 crore, 20 lakhs.
25 crores, 20 lakhs, which is 25 crore. So let it be at 25 crore. Yes,
Okay.
he is the most expensive overseas buy. I get that. But the fact of the matter is that KKR didn't fork out 25 crore for Cameron Green only for the first match of this year's IPL or
Yes.
for the first half of the IPL. It's a long-term thing. This is a long-term investment. So Cameron Green, they knew full well that his bowling time would be restricted because he will have to build his load, and he is right now in the process of building his load. In Bombay also, he rolled his arm. He's rolled his arm over for a few deliveries. He is in the process of building his load, and very likely KKR will not get him during the first half of this IPL. He would be Cameron Green is likely to play as an all-rounder from the second half of the IPL. That said, KKR knew that. KKR they are in constant communication with Cricket Australia, and you expect a mature franchise like KKR not to have. I mean, it is unusual that a mature franchise like KKR with so many qualified people there, without having a conversation with Cricket Australia and going gung ho, going all out at the auction. KK,
I think it came from Ajinkya Rahane's statement. I think when he said that Cricket Australia will tell you that when he'll able to bowl. So I think from the skipper's statement, I think
yes,
because if he can
yes,
say on that very day that we
hmm,
have our discussions with the Cricket Australia and it is going really well at this point of time, his answer in the
exactly.
post-match presentation given us an idea that even KKR
Uh-huh.
didn't knew that what lies ahead for Cameron Green as far as an all-rounder is concerned.
Exactly, exactly. But at the end of the day, KKR management knew, and it is very likely he will not bowl during the first half of this IPL. But he is a long-term
Okay.
investment. It is not
Yeah.
that. If I am
Yes.
allowed to draw a football analogy, look, last summer Liverpool forked out 125 million pounds for Alexander Isaac from Newcastle to Liverpool, and Alexander Isaac so far has played only 16 matches this season. So
Okay.
is that money has that money gone down the drain? No. It is a long-term project, and Cameron Green is also a long-term project. It doesn't
Sure.
matter whether he was not being able to bowl in the first game or whether he is not being able to bowl. He will not be able to bowl in the first during the first half. But he
Okay.
is there for the entire IPL, for this entire IPL and beyond.
Okay. Debashish, it's not only the problem of, which we can resist to spinners only. It's the problem of pacers also. Do you think that there is a lot of discussion in the KKR fans or the journalists, you are talking to multiple people there. Was there a discussion about that, be it a Karthik Tyagi, be it a Blessing Muzarbani? Yes, Vaibhav Arora did well last season around. But this kind of pace bowling attack also, does that giving the KKR boys or the KKR fraternity or the fans a kind of confidence that if not the spinners, the pacers can pull it off? You're very right when you said this, that Blessing Muzarbani, apart from Blessing Muzarbani, if it was like in the likes of Mustafizur Rahman, Harshit Rana, and everyone was Matisha Patirana, we still doesn't have any idea. Means what I am getting is that on 6th of April, there is a possibility that somewhere around 6th of April, he will be in Kolkata Knight Riders color and he will be playing games after that. But if you talk about these three, that a Mustafizur Rahman, a Harshit Rana, and a Matisha Patirana, then suddenly it looks completely different. But with injuries coming in, with what had happened with Mustafizur Rahman, are you sensing also this, that it's also about the pace attack, not only about spinners for Kolkata Knight Riders this season around?
Yeah, you are spot on, Rohit. Absolutely spot on. Means obviously, and I would just like to throw some light on the Cameron Green discussion. Yesterday in the pre-match press conference, Abhishek Nair was asked about Cameron Green, of him not bowling in the
Yes.
next few matches, and he categorically said that during the time of auction, means obviously from the time of auction to the in the lead up to the IPL, there has been a considerable time. So you never know during the time of auction whether he will be ready to bowl or not. And also, he has been only taken and drafted in at the auction as a replacement for Andre Russell. So
Yes.
and then unfortunately because of his injury and the bowling workload, that the directive that has been sent by Cricket Australia, he is unfortunately not being able to bowl. And talking about the KKR bowling, yes, it's a weak bowling attack, yes. But you have to give time to this bowler. Someone like a Karthik Tyagi. I think he is a very improved bowler, Rohit. Karthik Tyagi and Dwayne Bravo has been working a lot with Karthik Tyagi, and it's good to see that Dwayne Bravo has been working on the Indian space brigade, the likes of Vaibhav Arora, Karthik Tyagi, Saurabh Dubey, Umran Malik, and they will only get the confidence once they get an opportunity to play. The more they get an opportunity, the more they play, they will only get. But the problem with IPL is that by the time you get into a group, there will be three or four matches that will go by. And it's very important for KKR the next three matches. Remember, KKR is playing the next three matches at home. That is today on 6th against Punjab Kings and on 9th against Lucknow Super Giants, and they also have a match on the 19th. After
Yes.
which, KKR do not have a home matches, do not have a home match because there are elections here, and they will
Yes.
only come back to Eden Gardens in May, in the mid of May. So I
Hmm.
think these four matches are very important for KKR if they are seeking a playoff spot. If they fail to do well in these next three matches, next three home matches, I think it will be an uphill task for KKR to seal a spot in the playoffs. I think, I mean, let's not. Obviously, Wankhede was it was a batting friendly wicket, and look at the Mumbai Indians batting lineup. Means obviously it was asking too much from this inexperienced bowling lineup of KKR. Yes, unfortunately, Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarthy could not fire, but it was asking too much from a Vaibhav Arora or a Karthik Tyagi or a Blessing Muzarabani to bowl against the likes of a Rohit Sharma or a Surya Kumar Yadav or a Ryan Rickleton. So I think, again they are up against the Travis Head, Abhishek Sharma, Ishan Kishan, Andre Klassen. So things are not looking rosy for KKR, but you never know. Means obviously, it might be that opportunity for a Vaibhav Arora who can, as you rightly said, that he has a decent last season. You know, means, with responsibility, you can bring out your best. Means, he is the spirit in the KKR bowling lineup. So I think let's see how he gears up. But obviously, huge challenge lies ahead for KKR. Rohit.
Shamikda, one last thing on KKR before we move to Sunrisers Hyderabad. You're the captain of your correspondent city, means Mumbai, from Mumbai. I'm talking about Ajinkya Rahane. The way he started the first game, and the way he ended the last season also. He was the highest run scorer for Kolkata Knight Riders. This time around, he showed his clear intent that, you can ask questions, you can tell multiple things about Ajinkya Rahane. Is he the best choice or not? Is he the first choice for captaincy or not? But the way he batted in the last game or in the very first game of KKR, there's a clear signal that, I'm not here to struggle. I'm not here to, play an anchor role. I can equally play an innings with a strike rate of close to 200. Wheel, can we mute Debashish Da because there is a lot of noise there? Debashish Da, can you mute, please? Yeah,
Huh.
thank you.
So,
Yes.
so Rohit, I get your question.
Yeah.
The whole irony is that Ajinkya scored 67, I think, in the first game. He was the reason. He was one of the reasons. I will not single him out. He was one of the reasons why KKR lost the game so badly. In
Okay.
fact,
Yeah.
MI made chasing 220 like
Yeah.
walk in the park. The way KKR started, KKR, they were always 220 was always 20 to 25 runs below par on that Wankhede pitch. And given that it's a small ground, if you look at the pattern, KKR hammered 78 runs in the power play, 78 in the first 6 overs. And during that phase, Ajinkya's strike rate was 200. After that, from over number 17 to over number 15, KKR scored only 89 runs. And during that phase, Ajinkya's strike rate dropped to 140. You cannot have that in modern T20 cricket. I'm so sorry because I have huge respect for Ajinkya as a cricketer. He is a fantastic captain. Also, is a very very good captain. Also, but if you look at the pattern, he is not
Yes.
part of the. He is not. I mean, he is not even a regular in the Mumbai Ranji Trophy side these days. He played a few matches, first few matches, but he was not there in the knockouts. He is not in the scheme of things in Mumbai white ball cricket. In Mumbai, what said Mustaq Ali Trophy or Vijay Hazare Trophy. So Mumbai cricket has moved on. No disrespect to Ajinkya Rahane, but
Yes.
Father Time spares no one. Simple as that. Ajinkya Rahane's brand of T20 cricket is not in sync with the requirements of modern day T20 cricket because that dip, that from 200 to 140, that kind of a deep you cannot have. But once again, Ajinkya, you cannot single out. Ankush Raghuvanshi, he scored a half century, but
Yeah.
he scored 70 first 14 balls. He scored just 17 runs. Once again, you cannot have that leeway in modern T20 cricket. Rinku Singh took ages to up the ante. He took a
Yeah.
lot of balls to up the ante. Now the question is, when at the pre-match press conference, assistant coach Shane Watson said that he sort of anointed Ramandeep as Andre Russell's successor. So if that is the case, then send Ramandeep up in the order, allow him to face more deliveries. Last season, Ramandeep didn't score too many runs, but I was just doing the research, and over 7 matches or 7 innings, he faced just 79, 39. Sorry, over 7 innings, he faced just 39 deliveries. Ramandeep, you don't maximize the output of a power hitter that way. So these are the certain areas. It's not only about say today's game. It is about a battle between two heavy artilleries. The respective
Yes.
pace bowling attacks cancel each other. They are the two weakest pace bowling without Pat Cummins, Sunrisers Hyderabad, and without Patirana and Harshit Rana, uh, KKR. They are the two weakest pace bowling attacks in the tournament. So this sort of the two pace bowling attacks sort of cancel them out. It is a battle between heavy artillery. Uh, Sunrisers Hyderabad have, or rather, Kolkata Knight Riders have their nose in front because Sunil Narine and also I would mention Varun. Sunil Narine has 74 wickets in 66 matches at Eden Gardens. So all combined, Sunil Narine, this is his den. So that factor might help KKR get over the line today.
And a lot of good news as far as Cam Green is concerned. His individual performance versus Sunrisers Hyderabad is really good. I think if I'm not wrong, he scored 100 also against Sunrisers Hyderabad. So a lot to look forward to as far as KKR is concerned. But Debashish Da, what you observed as far as the Sunrisers Hyderabad practice session is concerned. Shubhanda also joined us, but just take this, Debashish Dada, what you observed as far as this Sunrisers Hyderabad, as Shamikda rightly said, a heavy artillery as far as their batting lineup is concerned. But I really want to know about all of us know about Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, Ishan Kishan. Give us a sense of if you observed something related to Salil Arora or Aniket Verma. The new two kind of boys who can hit it really hard. Aniket already shown us that what he can do, and then Salil Arora having a great domestic record in the domestic cricket.
Yeah, Rohit, let me just take you over the last couple of practice sessions of Sunrisers Hyderabad. Day before yesterday, both me and Shubhayan were seeing. In fact, Pat Cummins were bowling full tilt for at least 20-25 minutes. So I was very interested. I just asked Shubhayan also. Shubhayan, do you reckon that he's going to bowl in the match against KKR? He immediately said, no, no way, no way. And yesterday he did not turn up for the practice session yesterday. Abhishek Sharma was also not there, so as well as Ishan Kishan. But Travis Head, yesterday, Travis Head during the practice session, he batted for a long time and he was dribbling the ball like anything. And if he gets going, remember both Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head failed in the first match against RCB. So this is one wicket, one where they will release the batting because the ball will come very evenly to the bat and stroke making will be very easy. They will the one surface where the batters will enjoy the most is no doubt here at the Eden Garden because the ball will come onto the bat is at easy pace and batters, the stroke players will enjoy, which varies the conditions. So I think, and with Sunrisers Hyderabad, they are top heavy batting. Obviously, if at least couple of them from the top four get going, be it an Abhishek Sharma or a Ishan Kishan or a Travis Wade or Omzik Klassen, then I think Sunrisers Hyderabad is scaring at least 200 runs. 200 runs is their minimum on this week. You need to score at least 200 to 220. Even we saw in the first couple of matches which Sunrisers Hyderabad and KKR lost, both of the teams posted 200 or 200 were thereabouts, but both of them ended up losing. So I think with the weak bowling of both the sides, I think 200 runs easily. And Aniket Verma, you mentioned about Aniket Verma that 43 runs cameo of 18 balls. And, that was that. I think he also had a very good strike rate last season, also almost 166. So I think yes, but I think KKR also have the firepower. But let's see how what for Sunrisers Hyderabad the success lies in their top order.
Shubhanda,
Rohit, I have a question for both Shubhayan and Debashish.
yes.
Shubhayan and Debashish, we have seen over the last 2 years, KKR had an antidote for Travis Head, that was Harshit Rana. Harshit Rana bowling up front, cramping him for the room, and he castled him for a couple of times. Now that Harshit Rana is not there, do you think KKR's best bet against Travis Head would be to open the attack with Sunil Narine from one end?
That's a very interesting question. Sunil Narayan generally doesn't like to bowl in the power play, is what I know. That is why they time and time again go towards Varun Chakravarthy if they need some spin in the power play. But yeah, that could be an answer to Travis Head or to Abhishek Sharma as well, who has been struggling against spin bowling. I won't be surprised if KKR start with a spinner and a Vaibhav Arora from both the ends. Vaibhav has to bowl with the new ball, and his ball going away from the left-handers uh, can also be an effective option against Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, unless and until he gives a lot of room against those two players. But yeah, it's a very valid matchup that you gave. But besides Sunil Narayan, I would think that KKR might use Varun Chakravarthy there and tell him, what Abhishek Sharma has been going through during the World Cup, or even in the last game. Why not attack him with your best option, Varun? If he can get a couple of wickets to start with, or even one wicket to start with, that will boost his morale as well.
Shubhanda, just a quick one on this. As Shamikda rightly said that bowling wise, KKR is looking little ahead. with the two spinners, when you include the two spinners, Varun Chakravarthy. Yes, the current form is not that good, but we are counting the overall experience and the matchups and the head-to-heads, everything. With these things in mind, I think KKR is a little, ahead from Sunrisers Hyderabad. But what you think, where is this competition lies around when you talk about batters? Do you think that Sunrisers are little, overpowered as far as when you compare it with the KKR, who are having this Ajinkya Rahane thing, good in power play, but was he a liability on that very game versus Mumbai Indians after the power play? Tim Seifert in a red hot form. Then you have a Finn Allen also. Can you open with these two, your best option, but then who do you drop? Cam Green, can you go with him as a batter only? Shamikda also replied to that it's not a 1 game or 2 game investment by KKR. It's a long-term investment. Don't go by just 1 game, 2 game, 3 games. It's a long-term investment. So totally understandable that point also. But where do you think what's the ice-breaking point here? Where Sunrisers Hyderabad is batting wise looking really good as compared to KKR's batting, Shubhanda?
I feel so. I feel so. SRH's batting unit is more complete than KKR. KKR still have to figure out what entry points, what are the batting positions of each batter. Whether you want to, retire out Ajinkya Rahane after the power play. What is his role going to be a post power play? There are some issues. They still don't know where to bat Sunil Narine. Whether you want to use him as a spin basher floater in that batting unit. So in that regard, KKR still has to figure out the best entry points for their batters. Whereas in Sunrisers Hyderabad, you know which batter is coming in which area. You know that your top four is fixed. You know, in case of a collapse, you can send in a Nitish Kumar Reddy up in the order. If not, if they bat deep, if your top four bat deep, you can promote a Salil Arora or a Aniket Verma up in the order to smash those sixes. So in that regard, Sunrisers Hyderabad batting is sorted. Uh, in an ideal world, Tim Seifert and Finn Allen should have opened with someone at three, Ankrishna Raghuvanshi at three. That is my best top three for KKR. But yes, if they have to fit in your captain, you have to sacrifice, you have to compromise with a few things. But Cameron Green, see, one thing, I am not a doctor, sports doctor, or I am not a Dinshaw party wala. But one thing I keep on thinking about, if a player is going through a lower back injury, and T20 cricket is all about power hitting, all about using your lower back to obtain that power to smash sixes. It's all about lower back strength, your core strength, where you generate the power from. If
And then
if
fielding
Cameron
also
Green
is a
has a
very
lower back issue, fielding also is a very crucial part. If Cameron Green is going through a back injury, lower back injury, I don't know what exact injury he's going through, then will it affect his power hitting as well? That is my question. Or can power hitting, if he's smashing 30 balls 80 runs, 30 balls 70 runs, can it aggravate his injury and stop him to bowl whatever the due time is, whatever the scheduled time is? That is a question I would love to have Dr. Padiwala in one of our interviews and ask him this question. What is the lower back injury exactly? If the batter is allowed to play, allowed to field for 20 overs, allowed to bat for 20 overs, then why not? Why can't he bowl a couple of overs? That is something which baffles me. But again, if I would say, if Cameron Green is not bowling, then Tim Seifert is far better batter, T20 batter than Cam Green.
similar thing have happened. If you remember 2021, Hardik Pandya, he was playing the IPL and he was not bowling at that point of time. And Mr. Chetan Sharma, before the chairman, he was the chairman selector at that point of time. And before the announcement of the T20 World Cup squad, he said in the press conference that Hardik Pandya will bowl. But I think that was a very funny press conference. I don't want to go back to that, but this kind of scenario gives me the picture of that particular incident only, that if you are playing a cricket game where body is on the line, where you have to dive, where you have to lean forward, where you have to rush for a delivery who's going to the boundary rope and you have to dive it around, or if you are a 6 feet 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, or any inches, it will be little difficult for a tall person to go down and then to stop that delivery. So it will be difficult if you are carrying something.
That's why I loved. That's why I loved Andre Russell in KKR jersey, regardless of injury, regardless of ankle pain, knee pain. Whenever a captain used to go to Andhra Russell, he would have pulled his hand up and say, "I will bowl this 19th over or 20th over." That's why I loved Andhra Russell for KKR.
So just a quick prediction time now, Shamikda. What do you think? What could be the last result? I know that we are not astrologers here, but what do you think, as per knowing all the paper things, about all things around conditions, the matchups, the current form? What do you think who's going to be the winner?
I still expect KKR to win this game. It's not only about the head-to-head between KKR and SRH. Is very lopsided in favor of KKR, especially at Eden Gardens. It's not that
Okay.
one. Once again, I gave you the stats that Sunil Narine has 74 wickets from sort of 62 or 66 matches at Eden Gardens. He knows every angle, everything. And it is one thing, but Shubhan mentioned about the entry points of the batsman. That is one thing. Sunrisers Hyderabad, if their heavy artillery fires, they will take the game to Kolkata Knight Riders. But I was not very impressed with Ishan Kishan's captaincy in the first game, given that he started off with Nitish Kumar Reddy at the
Yes.
expense of Malinga in
Hasan.
the power play. That was never on. That Nitish Kumar Reddy bowling in the power play, that was never on. But he is a young captain. He's on there on a stopgap basis. He will learn, although he has captained Jharkhand team with
Yeah.
success. But it is a different ball game altogether. He will learn. But I think I expect smarter decisions from Nitish Kumar Reddy. But Ajinkya Rahane continues to be a big problem because Ajinkya Rahane, you cannot drop your strike rate from 200 to 140 like it happened in the first game. And therein KKR lost the game in terms of not putting up a total in the range of 240 to 245.
Okay. Just a quick thought that when it comes to Malinga, either you are Lasit or you are Ehsan. When Virat Kohli is in front of you, you can't take a escape route. So beat Hobart or beat Wankhede. When Virat Kohli is in front of you, beat Lasit or Ehsan. No way out. Debashish da, your quick prediction. Are you also going to say that KKR is heavy favorites there?
I think obviously KKR playing at home in front of a home crowd. I think they will fancy their chances, and given their record against SRH, they have an overwhelming record, winning 20 matches and losing only 10 out of the 30 matches. So that is one positive. But yes, for Sunrisers Hyderabad, I think it's a top-heavy, the top four batters, and also you cannot do. They might do well by playing a Liam Livingstone case pitch. Liam Livingstone can be a surprise package instead of any of their frontline bowlers, be it a David Payne or Ehsan Malinga. Means it can just to because their bowling is so weak. It is their batting. Means I'm talking about both the sides. It's their batting that will make the difference in this match. So I think the Sunrisers Hyderabad can further bolster their batting by having a Liam Livingstone in their playing 11. But we never know. Means IPL is, but I would fancy KKR to win this match.
Shubhanga, are we seeing a 3-0
I
KKR
feel
support?
KKR, Sunil, no, Sunil Narayan and Varun Chakravarthy are going to be the difference today. I think KKR, backing KKR to do well.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I also, want you guys to see the pocket of Abhishek Sharma. Is there any chit inside that pocket? Because that could be a game changer thing. We saw in the last IPL that him taking that parchi in his pocket for the Orange Army. That could be a possibility. A lot of eyes on Abhishek Sharma. A lot of eyes, obviously, on Travis said Henry Claassen, Ishan Kishan, Aniket, Salil. There are a lot of players. Heavy artillery, as a expert said in this preview. On the other hand, you have Kolkata Knight Riders. Entry points, as Shubhanda said, will be the keyword in this team. A Ramandeep Singh, are you still going to give him 39, 40 balls in a whole season, or maybe in 8 or 10 games? What you did with Rinku Singh in 2024, you repeated that mistake in 2025 with Ramandeep Singh. So entry points will be the key factor for KKR. We'll give you all the details. Do like and subscribe the channel, and do let us know your comments in the comment section. Do tell us about your perfect 11 or your combinations. We'll give you all the details as far as this match is concerned. So just subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this space.